Hi everyone, welcome to Facebook Live with Miss Val. I wanted to show you guys how to sign up for your own library card because this month is library card sign up month. It's almost over, just a few days left, but you can still celebrate by signing up for a card. So, first thing you will have to do, because even though we are closed to the public, we can still get you a library card virtually. So, first thing you want to do is go to our website, northbrunswicklibrary.org. And anyone can sign up for a library card, even if you're under 13. So, it'll bring you to this page letting you know that we're still closed to the public. You'll click Library Homepage, and this will bring you to where you want to be. It gives you some options here. The one we're looking at for today is right here, Library Card Application Form. So you'll click on that. Let me show you how to fill it out. I'm just going to fill out my information, but I will put down my address as here at the library so that my boss, who fills these out, knows that it's not a real library card. Alright, so you're going to fill in your full name. All fields marked with an asterisk are required and must be filled out. So, Miss Valerie Werner. Next step. Is this library card for a minor under the age of 13? So, for children, you're going to hit yes. Or, if you're an adult, you can hit no. But since I am showing how to do this for kids, I'm going to hit yes, even though I'm not actually under 13. Alright, we'll hit next. Now the address here is 880 Herman Road, North Brunswick, New Jersey, 08902. So you'll fill out your address. Street address line 2 is going to be if you're in a certain apartment number or if you have a specific mailbox that your mail has to be dropped off in. That's how you'll fill out street address line 2. And then, to get a library card with us, your city, state, and zip code is going to be exactly the same as what I've filled out here. North Brunswick, New Jersey, 08902. Alright, next is going to be phone number. Again, I'm going to put in the phone number for the library, so I can never remember it. 732-246. 3545. Now this is the phone number you can call if you want to put books on hold, if you have questions for the librarians, if you need help picking out your own book, anything at all like that. We are here Monday through Saturday from 10 until 4. So you can talk to any of us. Even if I'm not here, there will be somebody here who's able to help you out. So that will be the phone number for the library. For this, you'll of course put in your own phone number. Now, if you don't have your own phone number or if you don't have a landline, you can put in your parents' cell phone number. This is just so that we can contact you if you have a book on hold, and then we can let you know your book is here, it's ready to go. Alright, so next, my email here at the library. Alright. Then you have to type it in a second time, just to make sure that everything is right. Let's see, do we have any views, any comments? No, nobody commenting yet. That's okay. Alright. Oh, see, that's why you do it twice, so that it lets you know whether or not there's an error. Now it's correct. Alright, and again, even if you don't have your own email address, you can put in your mom or dad's, whoever it is that takes care of you, because the email address is so that we can contact you if you have books that are ready. So, You're going to hit next. You're going to let us know if you prefer phone or email. I like email. You'll hit next, and then it'll get you to this page. All fields marked with an asterisk must be filled. Click to preview answers. So it wants to make sure that everything you put in is correct. So, your full name. Is this card for a kid or for an adult? You let them know. Your street address, it's going to be North Brunswick, New Jersey. Your phone number and email. And then you will hit submit. You can't just hit preview and then click out of it. You have to hit submit. Because I don't really need a library card, I'm not going to do that right now. But if you don't click that little button, we won't actually get your information. Alright, so once you've filled out all of your stuff, it'll take a couple of weeks. We have a lot of people asking for library cards. So it's going to take a little while, but we will send your library card to your house in the mail. So you will get a piece of mail, and it will have your physical library card in it. Your library card will have a big long number on the back, and that number is just for you. You can use that number to check out books. So, since the building is closed to the public at the moment, how do you get books? How do you know which books to get? I'm going to show you that too. So, let's close out of this. We want to be at the library homepage again, just like I showed you earlier. Library homepage. And then you want these bars here on the side. It's going to give you all these options about programs, about our different sections, the children's section, the teen section. But what you want to click on is going to be services right here. Services, and the very first one, library catalog. So I'm going to show you a bit about the catalog and a bit about how you can find books and how you can know what books to get. So, all fields is how you can leave it if you would like, but you can also change it if you know exactly what title you're looking for, or if there's an author that you really like, but you don't know what titles that they wrote. So, let's type in as an example, how about Dog Man? Everybody loves Dog Man, right? So, since you got to this website from North Brunswick Public Library, it's already going to shade the copies that we own. So, when you see it in green, that's good, that's our copy. When you don't see it in green like all of these, we don't own these. But then you go down a bit farther, and here's Dog Man Unleashed, and this is our copy. So, let's see. You click on the title. It'll tell you all this information about Dog Man. It'll tell you where it was published, when it was published, who wrote it, a little summary. But the really important stuff is going to be down here. So North Brunswick is listed 1, 2, 3, and 4 times. And it's going to give you all the information that you really need. So, one of our copies is checked out. Somebody has it at home, they're reading it. One copy is in the juvenile collection. That means it's on the shelf right now. That's available for you to come and get. And then on hold for someone. That means that someone just like you put it on hold and has it waiting for them. And one more copy is checked out. So, because it says juvenile collection, that means that if you want Dog Man and you want to read it right now, you can. All you have to do is put it on hold, and you won't have to wait for somebody to finish reading it and return it. You will be able to get it as soon as we contact you. So, what you'll want to do is right here, place hold. And then it asks you for your library card and your PIN number. We just showed you how to sign up for a library card. So once you have your physical card, like I said, on the back, there's a long string of numbers. You'll type all of that in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not going to be those numbers. It'll be your own special set of numbers, but you'll type all of it in. PIN number is going to be a 4-digit password. And that's something that you'll sign up for all on your own. Here on the home page, we have a little spot where if you forget what your PIN number is, you can click on this and you can get it back. All right, so you'll put it on hold, and then once it's on hold, the librarians go and get it on the shelf. We set it aside for you, and you can come here to come and pick it up whenever we have our contactless window open. All right, now what about nonfiction? Fiction are things like Dog Man. They're stories. They're about people and places that aren't real, stuff that somebody made up. But nonfiction is real life. Nonfiction includes science and math, language, geography, the lives of real people. That's nonfiction. So, let's say you want a book about lions. You could just go ahead and type it in. Now you're going to get a lot of stuff that doesn't match up with what you're looking for. So you'll have to go down a bit farther, or you'll have to check off some of these boxes here. So what do these boxes do? Well, we already have the box ticked off for owned by North Brunswick. But we also want books. We don't want DVDs or CDs. We want... You can pick a certain language if you'd like. But the other thing we would really like is juvenile. That means children. It's the same word. All right, so now that we have that, let's do the search again. Right now, there's 4,000 results. But if we've narrowed it down, how many comes up? Oh, hold on. Why didn't it keep those? I just checked. There we go. Okay, that's what you have to do. You click the button that you want, and we want books, and then you click include. See, even I don't know everything about how this website works. Alright, so it went down from 4,000 to 1,000. Well, that's so much better. That's what we were looking for. Now, do we also want nonfiction? If we go here, under subject, fiction, 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 fiction. I don't see any nonfiction that came up, though. So we can't click on that, but under material type, it should tell you if it's nonfiction. However, we want something owned by North Brunswick, so it looks like nothing on this first page is here. So let's keep going. Oh, here we go. Okay, so here's the first one. Let's say you just want to learn about lions, or maybe you have a school project. So, you found something that's nonfiction, and you know it's nonfiction because it's listed right here under material type, nonfiction. So North Brunswick Public Library, that's right here where you have your library card. But the other important thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is call numbers. So when you're looking for something that's fiction, the call number is just going to be the last name of the person who wrote it. We looked at Dog Man earlier, so the call number was J, which stands for juvenile. Like I said, that's children. The next one was GN, which stands for graphic novel, because Dog Man is a comic book, right? And then the last part of that call number was Pilkey. The author, his name is Dave Pilkey. Now when we're looking at nonfiction, you're going to see a big string of numbers here. So these numbers are what's called the Dewey Decimal System. Way, way long ago, the only libraries that there were in people's houses. They were private libraries. People who were very rich and lived in big houses, they had a whole room all to themselves of their big collection of books. And that was their library. Because books used to be very expensive, and not everybody knew how to read. But eventually, as people got better at reading, and just books were more affordable and were easier to come by, everybody got the idea, wouldn't it be nice if these libraries had their own buildings and were available to everyone? So that's how we have libraries the way that they are right now. Where Dewey, let me show them to you. Melville Dewey. He came up with the idea of organizing books by a set of numbers. Look at him. He had a very impressive beard, huh? He looks pretty serious. Here's his Wikipedia page. Melville Dewey. He lived from the 1850s to the 1930s. So he was born over 100 years ago. That's a really long time, huh? But he came up with the idea of organizing nonfiction books by number. So each section, each topic, has its own little number. So animals, like lions, are going to be in the 500s. And as it starts getting more and more specific, the numbers, as they keep going, start getting longer and longer. So animals in science are 500s. But if you want mammals, that's going to be the 590s. And if you want mammals that live in Africa, that's going to be the 599s, and so on and so on and so on. The thing that makes the Dewey Decimal System really convenient, especially for kids who have projects to do or who don't really know how the Dewey Decimal System works, is that because everything is organized in that certain way, that as things get more specific, they get longer numbers. That means that if you want a topic that's really similar to where you already are, you only have to look a little bit farther or sooner on the shelf than where you are already. So what I mean by that is if you're looking at our bookshelves and you're looking at J599, you're looking at this book on lions, and then you decide, actually, I think I also want a book on giraffes. So lions is 599.757. Now let's look for giraffes. And we want to have, yep, we have the same formats as before. It's books and it's juvenile. This first page doesn't have anything, but here the second page does. So lions was 599.757. Giraffes is 599.638. That number is just a little bit smaller. They're both 599 because they're both animals, mammals that live in Africa, but these extra numbers after the decimal point is how you know which one comes first and which one comes later. So if you were standing at the shelf, you would just have to look a little bit in front and you would find the book on giraffes. And it works even for broader stuff. Well, animals is a part of science, isn't it? So let's say you want to look at something else that has to do with science. What about dinosaurs? They're not mammals and they're not alive anymore, but they are animals. So where on the shelf could they be? Let's put include books and, oh, see, there's something right away. So this is still going to be the 500s. 500s is all science. So it's 567.9. And you would know where on the shelf to find it. It's pretty cool. Now, you don't ever need to memorize the Dewey Decimal System numbers, not unless you ever go to school for something like this, which I would definitely love if you all went to school to become librarians. But all you need to do is ask a librarian just like me or any of my coworkers for the Dewey Decimal number, and they'll be able to tell you. because we're the ones who know what it is. And it's also pretty easy to look up. Let's see. If we just look up Dewey Decimal System, there are a bunch of pictures, and there's a Wikipedia page that can teach you exactly what you're looking for. So like I said, the 500s is natural science. And then it gives you a nice little explanation here. Math, earth, astronomy, chemistry, plants, and wild animals. So science is all going to be grouped together. That's pretty cool, right? So Wikipedia gives you all of the information about how it was created and how it works, but Wikipedia also lists out that graph I just showed you, that the 500s are science. But this is such a handy thing to know. If you're really interested in computers, well, the 600s are technology. And this breaks it down even more. Technology such as inventions, robots, transportation, and then it goes even a bit farther out. The 600s also include pets and recipe books. Those don't really seem like they would fit in technology, but that's okay. It's because they are sandwiched between natural science and arts and recreation, because cooking is a little bit of a science, but it's also a little bit of an art. So it gets stuck between the two. Yeah, but like I said, oh, we don't want to open Pinterest. I just wanted to make this bigger. There we go, nice and big. So like I said, this isn't ever anything that you have to memorize. You won't be tested on this. But it's something that's really nice to know, so that you'll have a general idea of where to look for certain things. Like if you ever have to do a school project on a certain country of the world, well, you will know to look between 900 and 999. That's where we keep travel books, atlases, and books on certain countries or states, all that sort of thing. History is also kept near geography. It's just a really handy system. And I love the way that it works. Sometime when the library is open to the public, one of my favorite things to do with you guys is to set up a Dewey Decimal System scavenger hunt. To ask you to find a certain book on the shelf and see who can do it fastest. Because once you get an idea of how the Dewey Decimal System works and how those shelves are set up in our library, pretty soon you'll be an expert on where all the books are and how everything works. You'll have a bunch to teach me, huh? But I really hope that this was helpful for you guys. I hope that this will give you a bit of an idea on how to look for things that you might need for school, or how to look for things that you're just interested in learning. When I was a little kid, I loved learning about dinosaurs. Even though I didn't have to, it was just something that was so fun for me. So I was always on the bookshelves in 567, Natural Science. Okay. So let's close this out. I showed you guys how to sign up for a library card. And I showed you how to look through our catalog. And the one last thing I wanted to remind you guys was that if you don't know exactly what book you would like, if you think, well, I really like Harry Potter, but I don't know what else I want to read. I've already read all the Harry Potters, but what else is there? Like I said, I would love for you to give us a phone call, because even if I'm not here, one of my coworkers can help you out. And we can look through the catalog, we can look online, and find something that you'll like, something that you're interested in. So I really hope everybody who's not already signed up for a library card signs up, because we have so many cool options for what kind of stuff you can do. We have not just the books on our bookshelf, but we also have extra services like databases. This is something I can show you guys another time, way more in depth. But you can access all of this information, all of these databases, for free, just with your library card. So I really hope that we get some last-minute sign-ups for Library Card Sign-Up Month in September. But even if you miss out on it, you can still sign up for Library Card in October. You can sign up for a library card any day of the year. And I really hope that you guys do, because I know we have a lot of cool stuff here for you. So, I hope you all have a good day. Hope you all learned something and that maybe you had a little bit of fun. I had some fun telling you guys about the Dewey Decimal System and about how to look for books on the shelf. And I hope that I'll get some phone calls from you so that I can help you out and find some great books for you. Okay? All right. Have a great day, everybody. Goodbye.